Hey, traders, happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy rally day for you too on Bitcoin, stock market, not everything. Gold's at its lows of the day, pulling back after, its crazy run the past week or two. Actually, you have the Australian Stock Exchange pulling back at its lows of its day. UK 100, the FTSE at its lows of its day. German 30, the DAX, though, is still like at all-time highs. Interesting. China pumping, Hong Kong pumping. Wow. All right. And XRP pumping like crazy, up almost 10%. So good to see y'all on this holiday, kind of, right? Yeah. And so we were just looking yesterday at that level 95.6, 96.1 that they were just maybe they're trying to defend it, man, and like they have. And we did just at the highs of the last hour see the highest price on Bitcoin since February 7th, but still a lot of work to be done, right? I mean, it's great. You're chopping around some levels here, creating new levels to chop around in, but you just can't really be excited until we're breaking that 100K level. But most importantly, 102,500 would be the short-term reversal, right? Short-term downtrend just because lower highs, lower lows. In fact, the new piece of data we got, I guess, yesterday was finally a higher low, right? Like a higher low, and now finally kind of a higher high. That's the first maybe higher high we've seen in getting close to a month now. But yeah, let's get a candle close higher high. That'd be great. Because you didn't even make a higher high on the close over February 10th high. So it's okay. You're just chopping, man. This thing can get taken out easily on the weekend, whatever. But yeah, I mean, all kinds of news-driven catalysts coming out. What Citibank gonna do? Custodianship of cryptos, and right. Name the other. They're just every day. There's different bullish catalyst on Bitcoin, crypto, but it hasn't really been affecting the price much even today. So up only $1,300. Okay, that's Bitcoin. Ethereum, like if you look at this, I mean, I'm just not impressed, right? There's nothing really crazy about this at all. Like, did this do anything? Technically, not at all. There's so much work that would need to be done. 2,900, 3,000, 3,500, 3,580, 3,900. I mean, just too many resistances. But we know there's still that M shape there. The M shape, remember? There. It would just be nice to get a second test at 2,400 if we could get it. You still could. Think at that point, even if you got a rally lower high and you sold off again for a retest later, so you ran to 3K and then dumped to 2,300, it would set up really nice on the oscillators. But yeah, that's where you are. This is kind of like testament to most of the market. A lot of these altcoins have these completed M shapes. They're on their type 1 reactions. They're still trying to react. They still aren't going very far off the reactions yet. So we're just still waiting, But screw Ethereum. It's all about...
Happy Valentine's Day, babe. But RXRX has my heart today, sorry.
Senor Beef, thank you for the 10. Muchas gracias. Thanks, dude. The RX 2 times. Yeah, well, it looked good, right? I haven't checked it today. Too much action everywhere else. But does it look better than XRP? My God, man. They just, you were in a coin flip situation. You weren't really at support resistance. You just, the long term took over. And you're just ripping, roaring, outperforming everything today in crypto outside of Pirate Coin, R Coin. I wouldn't worry about it, man. Different situation. This is so strong. That this is the highest low, I believe, maybe the highest discernible swing low we've ever seen in the history of XRP. Ah, crap, I don't have the data on this one. I think it is. I'm pretty confident to say it is. Breaking news. Hey, Average Joe's Crypto, thank you so much for subscribing to the annual Patreon. Can we please get some effing Average Joe's, thank you, man. Continued support, freaking amazing. So happy, dude. That's like the single best way to support this community. Doing it for the year. Understanding there's going to be different times in the year where there's more opportunity than others, right? We've been waiting and waiting. All of a sudden, stocks, some opportunity presented itself. Whoa, okay, crypto's starting to complete M shapes. It took 90 days to develop. Whoa. All right, so, you know, like, joining the Patreon Citadel when things are at their all-time high, when they're at the highs after the resolution of other M shapes. It's like, well, you know, you're probably going to be waiting for some real opportunity for a swing trade. And weeks have gone by. It's like, finally, C to D, what have they done? They've front run, or they've round tripped. They've lost 88% to 100% of their value from those highs. So, thank you, dude. Thank you. All right, so XRP, I guess on deck's 290. They break 290, 315, 330, all-time highs. Yeah, man, it's great. Outperforming Solana too, that was kind of in similar situation where it was strong too, but you know, it lost a lot more of its value. It's kind of down here. And you know what I mean here, to its respective charts, Solana is like at this level where it's, if it doesn't hold, you have major 30% drawdown potential. But if it holds, you have 30% upside potential. And so this is the one where it's like, hey man, at least there's been somewhere you could construct a risk management trading plan, right? Because you've got the inflection points, you've got resistances, all these resistances from recent history and longer term history, right? They're defending the levels now. But only after this effing awful price action where they just had to really test people's hearts and souls. They defended it, and now working on a bullish engulfing candle, working on the highest daily candle close since the 4th. But more importantly, a close above 191, 198 is exceptional. Now 208, big deal. I think you need to break that. 215, it's back from history. It's like, you know, I think it's just a good start, okay? Where, again, the target on this, if you were longing this, 260. If you were shorting it, you probably stopped out now. Stop out above 198. There's no real reason to own a short, to be short on Solana above $200. Below it, though, it's really below 190. You got really good downside. So that's where you are. Unfortunately, it's not always about like, hey, man, I have an increased probability of a particular outcome. It's like, well, you have the M shape. But if the buyers don't come in after the M-shapes can fail, and you can see massive drawdowns, just like Doge looked just like this before it collapsed. I didn't have an M-shape though, so it wasn't really like that great. It looked a lot worse, and it was correlating bearishly to its respective levels. It was not testing, holding, defended. It was the other way. The bears were defending levels as resistance. So this is in better shape. So that's promising. Hopefully, if we have 3 hours 43 minutes, you know how scammy this market is, dude. Oh, they just give it back. I mean, I'm hoping not, because I mean, I think the rule of 3 is very much in play here. 1, 2, 3. Resolution probability is elevated right now on the third valley, but it's just great that it's the third valley. It's completed M shape, and it's 1 and 2 here. If you scale in, you can see the beauty of the price action. It's really nice. My back hurts really bad. Look at this, how nice it is. Wow. You just go to 4 hour and it's gorgeous. 1 test and then 2 tests, and then even locally like 1 and 2. That's beautiful. I mean, that is really artwork by the composite operator. For now, again, it could fail, whatever, but you're looking at that and you're saying, dang man, that's like, here's 1 low, and here are 2 lows that are higher than this low. So it's like a triple bottom with accumulation signature. Not bad. Can we get an audio check? Might be loud. Audio's good. Sure. Not too loud. Yeah, man. So all hope seems lost, right? This is the way they do it. They do it like this, man, where it's like, oh, you're so screwed, man. You're so done. You're so cooked. And then they hold it once and then twice, and it's like, man, that's a good. So right when M shape's complete, it's not just about the M shape completing. You don't really know. You want to see structures develop after the M shape completes. Structures develop. what's the best example of that in recent minds? Alibaba, right? The M shape completed back in January last year, but then what? You got a structure that developed after the M shape completed. Really, you had a structure that took 200 days to develop. The rising three rising valleys. Three rising valleys. Okay, classic accumulation structure. On the third valley, you got a really nice back test of 73.46. That was the signal. That was the long signal. I mean, that was right there. Okay, target 1 and 2 hit. Or target 2 almost got hit and they had the drawdown. Okay, then they recaptured the level and straight line back up. And as of today, second target of the trade setup was hit, actually, but confirmed and exceeded target 3 on deck at 138 and change, waiting for that. And you talk about China to me, China looking real nice. Everyone looking at some of these yesterday. IQ pumped, hit its highest level since October 30th. And it's just the beginning, man. You're waiting for 519, 558 on something like this. I know, just right. Not trying to get off crypto, but it's like Baidu. What did Baidu? Highest level seen since mid-October. After the crazy M shape completes at the key level. Nice. Anyway, we didn't even look at BNB. That's flat today, but it front ran everything. It's below 691.80, but holding on to 661. There's a lot of chop here. The unfortunate situation with BNB is there's just no confirmation low locally. It's just a V shape. V shapes are tough because you don't really know if the bottom's in. You think, hey, anything of all these levels you're above it, that's fantastic, man. That's really good. Stonk's looking good. Yeah, I mean, things are looking good. I guess, some are better than others, right? I mean, stock by stock. But so those are like your bigger cryptos. You look at Bitcoin Cash. Remember, we've been staring at this one, hitting a support, hitting the 886, so the price reversal zone of the M shape. Okay, it's cool, but is it actionable yet? A scalper can take a long at 308, but you really, you're thinking, okay, this could go 372, maybe a little higher, the 200 moving average, and rolls over. If you get something like this, it'd be more actionable. It'd be a stronger argument for a long to see that discernible confirmation low. Your oscillators would then be playing ball, right? You'd be looking for something like this. Yeah, you want that really nice bullish divergence on the oscillators on that second low. It's just how it is. You don't have it yet. That's okay. People scalp, they buy supports, and they can run it to what, look, support runs to 376 and draws down eventually to that level, up, down, up, down. That's probably where you're going. I mean, Bitcoin Cash probably going to 372 again to test it. Right? Dogecoin, there was nothing really crazy about it. I mean, it hit the second target of a short setup. And now it's up against 28 cents. Okay. Right? Is there anything structurally here that sticks out as a good trade setup? No. See, Solana's got something. Wow, completed M shape, third valley. They're holding supports. We got a bullish engulfing candle today. All right, you got the framework to apply. You just don't have the framework on some of these. BNB, no framework. Doge, no framework. Bitcoin Cash, incomplete framework, kind of. It's there, but again, type 1. Cardano didn't really have the framework. They just hit a support and rallied it, and you've just been rallying. And so you'd think, right, I mean, eventually this will stall out. You could even go up a little higher. And then what? Oh, hidden bearish divergence or something, and then it rolls over, and then we get some sort of, this is what you would want to see if you're wanting to long stuff like on the daily. You want, okay, we know it's a slightly lower low, but then, they violate the level, they recapture, they reconfirm it. All of a sudden, there's a higher low locally. It's like the momentum shifting. I mean, there's just all kinds of arguments, but you don't have it yet. You're just, okay, it's reacting off a level where there could have been demand. There was demand, but does it look like it's crazy demand? Not really. And again, the more pronounced rallies typically come after the second test, not the first. So that's where you are on Cardano, right? It's still in its correction, conceptualized with the parallel channel tool. So obese boss, get on some. Don't get on the ozone pick or whatever it's called, because apparently it makes you go blind. Obese boss, need to monitor your caloric intake and do some exercise so you could be just become overweight boss. I'll be looking forward to a name change to just overweight boss, pre-diabetic boss, and or possibly then somewhat in shape boss, and then hopefully at some point healthy fit boss. That'd be great. Please take care of that for you. All right. What's the point of making money if you're fat, obese, gonna die soon? Okay. Okay, well, I mean, false advertising, man. Do I need to get my attorneys to contact you for that? Okay, because you just got me on, on a tangent here. And look, man, ain't got time for this. Oh man, my back hurts so bad. Oh, I gotta turn on streamer mode. Yeah, we even talked about stocks, man. There's a lot going on, right? What's happening? Bitcoin, 98K. Again, it gets cool, dude, right? It's like, wow, congrats on number go up today, but not by much. And no technical development on Bitcoin that would get you excited. You have to make discernible higher highs. You made a higher low on a joke time scale, but it really is about, here are these highs, inflection point, and here's this high. These levels need to be broken, and until then we just can't get excited yet. You just can't. You have to be cautious. And altcoins, hey man, Bitcoin maybe runs to 99K for another test. Altcoin's gonna run too. But yeah, so anyway, so some are like, okay, M-shapes complete type 1 reaction. Some are like, meh, they're just reacting off levels, no M-shapes, anything like that. Cardano, it's really tough to be like, time to take a long. And then, yeah, I'll just show you one's like basic attention token, right? It's like beautiful M-shape. I mean, that is a Gartley 886. It hits the support from history, but again, it's like, you would want, the reaction to go a little bit longer, and then they sell it off, and then this, and then you get the divergence on the oscillators, and it all makes sense. Something we've seen a million times. Right? More market participants would have confidence in the second test on the daily, but you just have one, and that's kind of where we are. So you're making progress, but you still got a lot of work to do. It's across the table, across the board like that. Like EOS, same thing. Who cares? Scam coin. But dude, 886, beautiful back test, 52 cents. That's crazy, right? So you're looking for the rally to continue, and eventually it'll pull back, and then you'll get a 52 cent test again. Great, that'd be awesome. All right, so that's your S coin update, right? It is just kind of like that across the board. Okay. Like even Decentraland, Mana, same thing. Beautiful M shape at key level tested. So it's like, let's react and then let's reverse on a second low. Maybe a trade setup. I mean, it is at a very key level. They are testing this. So, I mean, you're back to very interesting levels on these alts. Like if you don't care about what it does, it's just like value, easy to manage risk, right? Tight stops, and you probably have really good upside if it holds here. But time, we need more time. Okay. Yeah, so how's Coinbase doing today? Coin, perhaps you've heard of it. All gone. Like, okay, so now you're threatening not breaking out because 282 was the breakout. Okay, so this is all right. Could have been great. And then they just fill in the gap. They've done it. They've officially filled the gap from the past 2 days, and that's where you are. Still sitting above that. But man, it would have been nice if we could. I don't think it's going to happen. A close above 282.26 in 30 minutes. Probably not. But they had a good earnings. Guess it didn't matter. Yeah, NNOX got wrecked too. Yeah. Very disappointing. AMAT is very close. It had bad earnings. The earnings, dude, killing everything, right? Oh, God. So look at this, man. Okay, so had it set like this, where you have this level, but now they're breaking support, and that's when you say, okay, argument's invalid until they recapture 171. Like, there's not really a good argument to own this asset until 171 to 175 is recaptured. All right, that is the line in the sand for a position. It just is. And you're below it, and you're at the lows of the day. You're down 7.65%. You're kind of getting rugged right now. Dang, that is very disappointing. And earnings will do that. Any setup, it just didn't even matter if the numbers were good. Yep. That is why it's like, hey, you know, you got to understand that the kryptonite of any sort of technical argument is earnings, because earnings could kill an argument, like just murder it like nothing, or it can make it play out. So that's where you are. So what you'll be waiting for if you're an Applied Materials fan or whatever, if you wanted to take a long, you need to wait. Let's see what happens next week. Maybe they draw it down a little more. Let's see if the sellers have much behind it, and if they don't, the buyers would recapture the level. Then we would hope for a back test, and then we could take a long again. Like you have a new argument to go long on the asset. But until something like this happens, you have to say no. That sucks for now. We'll keep it on the watch list and pay attention. Have your alert set up above 171, 172. You hear the beep. Hey, they're doing something. They're trying to recapture a key level. Okay, they'll give us an argument to maybe long. But then we would need to reconfirm its validity on a back test. So, unfortunate situation. Very unfortunate. Forgot to talk about Total. Jonathan, doing okay, man?
I like turtles.
Well, they're going for an engulfing candle, you know, whatever, 3.5 hours. Who knows, man? Like, oh no, it's not an engulfing candle anymore, because you know that's how they do this thing. This market's been anemic. I mean, price action has been flat, fraudulent. I mean, big time fraudulent. They're just going for the highest close though since February 3rd, and we discussed just like here. Hey, but they failed a million times, so you got some good downside. Okay, well they failed now a lot at the bottom of the range, and they're trying to rally off of it, so you have decent upside. So like if it was just to run to the top of the range again from here, you still have 13 to 15% upside. Okay, so yeah, we're just going live early, power hour. You know, it's Friday, it's Valentine's Day. Probably would just like to have, you know, my evening available to do as I please. I can't believe this. Oh my God, chat! If you're watching the stream, you want value, look at Paramount. It's Paramount. They make garbage movies, right? Scam movies. The woke, but look at this. This is something spectacular going on. Oh, earnings? Okay, earnings came out, right? So good earnings, but this is it. Like if you're talking about upside potential, this is it, right? It's so simple in this situation. At this point, below that swing low, just like I think we tried this and it didn't work out. Maybe needed more time. This would be a good first target, 3-1. Second target. Wow, that's freaking nuts. Like this is, you know, stuff that you wish you could have on crypto all the time. You just don't. That is something else. You got a fourth target for a gap fill, way higher too. This is, wow. I can't even believe what I'm looking at. That's the gap fill right there. So that right there, it could fail. Look at the 200 moving average they're trying to recapture. The spring back test, that higher. All these lows are higher than this low. This is possibly how it starts. Okay. Wow. Is it a historic level? Oh my God. Look at the historic level from 2020. 5 years ago, man. Literally. So you just can't tell me this isn't like, all right, you want to place your bets on something? You do it here. You give it a shot. I mean, again, I think we tried on this one and it wasn't ready. It went a little lower, but it's just a technical indicator, man. Wow, if you could find a chart that looks like this, scan through millions of charts and find me the ones that look like this, and you'll become hype king. We'll make you hype king in the community. Stuff like this. Wow, I just can't even. Oh. That's crazy. Okay, it can fail, but I think this stuff like this is a dream state. Okay, and IO's up today because it was looking pretty interesting. Well, yeah, that gap's gonna fill probably next week, but you still get one of these ones where it's like, dang, dude, they are really. This is kind of bottoming out. 537, 593, maybe $8 or 780, whatever. Not above the 200. There might be a lot more work that needs to be done on this, but this is great. It's a third valley we can see, M shape completed, and kind of locally confirming a bottom. Pretty strong, man. Yeah, sorry. Okay, all right. Wow, I just got a little excited, man. It's one of the top gainers today. How's Nvidia doing? Okay, that gap fill looks like it's gonna fill. That gap is gonna fill. Well, 140.75 on deck. What a recovery ongoing right now. Look at the green candles. Green candles every single day since February 3rd. It's the 14th now, man. So 140 on deck. I don't know. That might be a bearish back test. They might fill the gap and reverse it there. You got to make higher highs. Otherwise, it just comes to be a deep retrace and just a consecutive lower high. So it's an awesome relief rally, but you do want to see a higher high get put in. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Paramount, whatever, pull back, whatever. You have threshold. You definitely have threshold. Yeah, Nvidia been killing it. Let's look at these Mag 7s. Mixed bag today with Nvidia being the top gainer. Then you had Meta that just you can't stop it, man. You can't stop Zuckerberg. Okay. Going for 750, 800, 850 psychological levels. It's all no man's land price discovery world we live in now on this one. Animal spirits are man, bear, pig. Animal, man, bear, pig spirits. No stopping. Okay. And you can't say the same for any others. Really. Tesla's flat today. Yeah. Flipping coins here. No real, good structure or anything. I mean, maybe they're working on something. Maybe if that's a swing low, maybe you could start saying we have a valid trend line now because you have 2 anchor points. So maybe you're wedging, you're beginning to construct a wedge. Okay, that just means you would want something like this then. You would want maybe this. That would be spectacular for a long because you'd be near an inflection point. You'd see the weakening, right, the shortening of thrust. This low to this low, major disparity. Then you want like weaker swing lows. You want the swing lows to be less than the ones we saw before, and that is the psychology of that is the sellers are just getting weaker and weaker. Their momentum is just stalling out, and then all of a sudden you get a higher low or a same low. That means it's halting and could be a long, especially if you can manage your risk at 300, 315. Google, still, this after hitting that 181.74 level, the old gap fill, it's just sideways. Okay, remember gap down on earnings. Amazon still looking a little, topping out, looking for its lowest daily candle close since January 17th, so almost a month lows. You just got to wonder how real is this divergence? How much performance is it going to get? Because it hasn't really done anything yet. Apple's up 1.1%. Strong, man. Very strong asset. Wow. Like beautiful. Probably going to go test 260 again. Maybe even go to 260, 160 for that real 1618. Apple, extremely strong. I've been like 36 minutes now. Okay, so we have 19 or 20 minutes till the closing bell on Wall Street, and we've got some market activity, but more importantly, it's just Friday. Wow, Archer is one that was an old, incredible trade setup, one of the best option trades I've ever made. But 3 months later, right after that trade completes, it's like you come back to it and it's like, dang, man, what are they doing? They're just reaccumulating this thing. It's a little bit higher now today. It's been testing higher than that third target of the trade setup. But why was the third target of the trade setup? Because it was an ungodly resistance from history that could not be argued with or denied by anyone, and that's why it reversed 24% when it tested it that first time, right? Swing lows here, it's so real, okay? So the fact that, it kept going, dumped, but higher lows, locally another higher low, demand line being tested, and now you're trying to break it. If it's real, well, here's the thing. Fundamentals aren't like the biggest thing. They're not my strong suit either, but I just earlier this week, BlackRock bought $300 million worth of ACHR. Yeah, an offering at $8.50. That was below market price. 850s right here. Okay, that's it. That's not much of a discount. It's really hard to get bearish on an asset when that's legitimate FOMO from your largest holding company or one of your largest holding companies in the world. When the time to really enter was at $3. Remember? Because harmonic, Gartley, U-shaped volume, divergence on the time scale, different time scales. They're FOMOing at 850, and now you're breaking 977. And if you're breaking 977 for real after all of this, you're just looking for fresh highs. You're looking to eclipse 1245, 1250, and then there's really just nothing there till $18+. And so some of my hedge fund friends are saying they think this thing goes to 30 at some point. And yeah, apparently this is big time. Multiple composite operators been accumulating and buying this stuff. It's the future of aviation. I think there's probably another company or two that are like this, but wow, it's definitely got some interesting strength in it, I would say, right? Any sell-offs getting bought up. Blade is alternative to ACHR. I don't think Blade looks as good though. Animal Spirits didn't do much with it. It's getting close. Wow, it's getting real. Maybe the backup. This is Wyckoff accumulation with a backup. You know what, man? Stop loss below 330. I don't know. Maybe it's tougher here because Look at the momentum. This is like complex inverse head and shoulders behavior, right? You just got this huge, right? You can see it, the symmetry of it. It's very pretty. And if they break 420, I mean, it sucks because every swing high is $5. It's a major level. They break $5. It's a quick shot to 688, $10. Wow. So look at that, man. They are really doing stuff now on Blade. And the 200 moving average is being defended. It's just earnings, though. Oh God, we got to wait March 18th. You got time. You got an entire month. But I would say, right, that's pretty. The wedge breakout too. But do we even need the wedge anymore? The wedge breakout, okay, it fulfilled its purpose. It didn't really do much. But that right there, that's almost rounding bottom stuff. Very symmetrical, very nice. If it breaks 420, I mean 5 is going to be tested again. But this could be bottoming out, man. Okay. Hover, yeah, I don't... I know that one already blew up, right? So it's kind of like, but does it have? It's not really. Man, hover is not that great. They're holding. Well, we haven't tested it yet. You want to come down and see favorable price action at 46 cents. Okay. Yeah, I mean, right, there's nothing to do on this one until then. So I'm not really that excited about it. It had a pump, then it's been round tripping. And yeah, like that's the support. So nothing really here that's exciting yet. But hey, it comes down here all of a sudden. It's like a weekly inverse head and shoulders. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine it defending that level and it's just like left shoulder, head, right shoulder? Yeah, it could be great, but just needs more time, right? More time, more evidence. Spoon, thanks. Wow, how about that? Holy crap, man. So how does this go? When Citigroup talks about, hey, dude, we're going to be, custodial for crypto now. Look at it. Citigroup, highest price seen since December of 2008. So you're telling me crypto catalyst has broken you above a level that could not be broken over the past 7 years. It's happening today. There's nothing here, man. Look at it. What stops this from going to 130, 150? Or at least, let's say 113. That's your target on Citigroup with a godlike breakout. Wow. 15 years, man. Breakout. Major development. Okay. We're just hanging out, dude. Wow, holy crap. Etsy right here. I mean, this could be fake news. You got earnings. Dude, earnings on the 19th. So next week, it's going to kill it. It'll be down 20%. But okay, let's say earnings didn't exist, on this coming up. That's pretty interesting, right? You got a completed butterfly, inverse head and shoulders. You're recapturing the 200 moving average after a long sustained downtrend. This is like your type 2 return hop of a mega M shape. It's interesting, okay? It's just interesting. I'd be really careful, though. Just who knows with earnings, man? You're at the casino. You are flipping an effing coin with a casino person next to you. Going to take your money or give you money. 50% chance. Okay, that's unfortunately where we are. But hey, that's great. Great looking structure on Etsy. Oh yeah, Wisconsin, they're going to buy Bitcoin, the state of Wisconsin, possibly. Or they already doing it or something. Yeah. Wow. How about that? I'll tell you something, man. You see something interesting? How about Whirlpool? Remember how cool it was when it actually broke above 102.81 and rallied all the way to 135, but then crashed on earnings, the last earnings? But look where we are now. You're back at that mega inflection point, and they're trying to defend it. So it could be your lowest risk area you could ever dream of if you wanted maybe a Whirlpool. You stop at 98 or something. You would not want to own it below these swing lows that have already been put in, but it's up against the 200. Yeah, it's not like perfect, but just very interesting, right? It's like 99% of the time we'll look at an asset and it won't be at anywhere interesting. So I'm just here like, all right, we're across the markets, we're killing the clock, 10 minutes, no requests today, and yeah, it's at the inflection point, and they're trying to defend it. So I wonder, they're going for the weekly type 2? That was nasty. Yeah, they're trying really bad. That's a maybe morning doji star catching, or morning star. That's just a morning star reversal that caught follow through this week, and it's at support. Pay attention. I mean, and then someone be like, dude, you have an effed up, broken neckline. It doesn't look good, but on the bottom side, you can clearly see that it's a momentum shifting structure in development here. Sorry that wasn't visible on the weekly because it's beautiful. Look at this. I mean, the weekly, man. Look at that. Very interesting. Just something to pay attention to. And I have no earnings till the 28th of April. So, wow. Easy to manage risk. I mean, you wouldn't want to own it, again, below that $98 level. But where it is right now, isn't this like the lowest risk area you could ever dream of? Rivaling that left shoulder from October 2023? What? It'd be nice to get above 124 one day, but yeah, that's just okay. Anyway, it reminds me of like International Paper. Reminds me of Tyson Foods. It's set up. Man, Caesars Entertainment Chat. Look at this. Look what they've done. This is the weekly. One low, second low, the lower low. And look at it now. I mean, your upside, isn't it, to $50 to $54? They defended it. Defended the level, and it's running this week. It's up 11% on the week, Caesars. You do have earnings on the 25th. So, like, 2 weeks from now. But, man, that's pretty good right there. Okay, nice. Yeah, we like totals, man. Bitcoin, giving it all back because there's no evidence that it's good. Nah. Not great there. Yeah, Best Buy. Good start on that one. You just don't know how it'll sustain, but going for the highest daily candle close since November 25th. Breaking above that 200 moving average. Looking, the trend had already reversed, right? And it was just good price action at that $84+ level. So you'd think on deck, I mean, you're looking for $99 to $100. Again, it's like one low, the second low. The second low is a mega inverse head and shoulders. We've seen that before. Looks like the XLY. But yeah, good trend, if you can believe it. Long term, higher highs, higher lows. Look at this deep retrace, and then they type 2 return this M shape. Yep. So let it run, man. Chloe, I know, it's, yep, it's tough. But it looks so good now. It's like, that's the composite, man, trying to get you out. He wants your shares. Man, NRG is so strong. Utility company, NRG Energy. Look at that, man. Just one low, a second low locally, you know, hitting its highest level since January 24th, going for that gap fill at 112. Breaks that heart line, it's probably just going to go to all-time highs. Well, strong, very strong. Wow, Fortinet, that's an all-time high. My God, dude. Unstoppable. 112 today, never before seen. Wow, News Corporation, all-time high today. Well, going for an all-time high close in 5 minutes.
Happy Valentine's less than 3.
Oh, what's up, Chloe? Thank you for the first Valentine's Day wishes. Yeah. Thank you. I wonder if Marathon, like, you know, long-term uptrend, obviously, right, but broke the demand line. But hey, who's to say that you couldn't say that, right, anything above 138 is good. But is that an inverse head and shoulders? Maybe. I wouldn't trust it yet, but yeah, energy just hasn't looked great anyway for a while. Netflix, another all-time high. Can't stop this thing, man. What a godlike stock. Netflix, 1,060, never before seen. Yesterday was an all-time high too. Crazy. All right, chat. Bitcoin back to the slums. Sorry, what'd you think was gonna happen? It was gonna like do it? Looks like it's completely and fully in control. Yeah, people have full control of Bitcoin. They can do whatever they want with it now, obviously. So enough bids have come in over the past year or two to where, wow, you are stuck between 92K and 100K. Who knows how long it'll be, man? Who freaking knows? Yeah, no significant pumps or dumps anymore. Yikes. Real fun. We got 3 minutes, 50 seconds till the closing bell, where you got stuff like Netflix that makes you wish, like, man, I wish this was Netflix live and all I gave a crap about was Netflix, not Bitcoin or Citibank or Fortinet live, not Bitcoin live, because Bitcoin doesn't go anywhere anymore. It goes up 60% in 5 weeks. Now it's been 3 effing months, man. Over 3 months now. And we're just same price. No end in sight either. Yeah, we were Nvidia live for a little bit, yeah, last summer. Yeah, it was summer. Yeah, we can, I guess we can just look at the some commodities now and I'll have to get out of here. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, just getting it done with, man. Just getting the, all right, so here's gold. Bearish engulfing candle will be confirmed in like an hour. You did not make all-time highs today. You were very close. You made your second highest price today. February 11th was the all-time high. Was so close to the 1618, but hey, man, they officially, the measured move of a bullish diamond pattern, a diamond top continuation in the end, right? Diamond tops can be continuations or reversals. When they broke to the upside, it became a confirmed continuation. And the size of the structure from the breakout is what gave us that 100% measured move. And so that's it. So it's starting to react here at a pretty nice level. Like that's, hey, if you want, don't you like when an asset hits a measured move and that's where it reacts? Okay, because that's what you're getting, right? That all the green candles we've been having, finally, this is your biggest red candle you've seen on gold since December 18th. All right, so it happened to be just at the measured move. Nice. Silver today. They couldn't do it, man. We were scammed again. 33, 37 was hit. It was the highest price seen since October 31st. Boo, Halloween. Look at that, man. Silver off its highs by 3.63%. And no breakout, unfortunately. Dang, man, we were so close. That's all we needed. But guess what could happen? It could get, oh no, they do this. And that, they could literally do that, and it would still be freaking fine. It would be the highest low, and we would run again. Yeah, old DraftKings, man, that was nuts. Pair going 8. That's if like Pair is at where we think it is, then that's it, man. That's just the beginning for Paramount. That was crazy. Like it's like iRobot. iRobot's insane too. Okay, hey, remember, dude, we RX. Look at it today, chat. Up 24%. Not earnings. Highest price seen on RX since March of last year. This one was so similar to QBTS. Wow, man. Wow. What a dream, man. This was just posted, like we reposted. We've been looking at it back in like October, November or whatever, but 2 days ago, you were pinged again in the Patreon Citadel. My man, and there it is, chat. The daily and the weekly candle has closed on the stock market. Bitcoin has given back every inch of its gains. And we'll probably be at 92K, man. We're going to be back at 95K, and dude, yeah, just have fun with your Bitcoin and everything else, because it's just going to be sideways. Okay. Don't get hope, man. No hope. Wow. That is beautiful. This is just like QBTS. Remember QBTS? It was an old trade setup too. Remember this? Dude, it was just like it. So similar, right? Baba too, right? The 3 valleys. Predictable patterns, good context, third valley. Just look, this one went nuts though. This one was like, oh yeah. And now it's just, who knows? Like sideways, flip your coins. You're now at the QBTS casino here. Chloe, you get it. A composite man took over today with Jesus by his side on RX. And remember, like, you identify these structures, and it's like it's not guaranteed, it's not certain, but you just know when you look at it, we got 70% chance it'll resolve bullishly outside of extremely bad earnings or a news-driven catalyst that would kill it. Okay, well, it causes cancer. Yeah, that's gonna kill it. Welcome to the free market, but this is the best way to navigate. Best way to navigate. Like, if you want to look at charts, you're identifying stuff like this. So yeah, NNOX, it got murdered, even though it still has the same type of structure, but it doesn't mean anything. What happened today means nothing in the long term. Okay, and I was like, what do you mean? It's over, dude. It's down almost 11%. All they did was take this down to 646 for another test. You know, worst case scenario, this thing could come down here. Like, they could take it all the way down to 550, and then what? Then they type 2 return it, and it's not even the end of the world. Like, it's just churning along. Okay, it wasn't even earnings. It was just wrecked. I don't know. Earnings is coming up on the medical specialties. Yeah, so March 4th is its earnings. It might flip the upside. It might bust up. But I just, you can't lose faith because this is what we've been looking at. The structure after the M-shaped completion, though, is just not as well refined as maybe what we saw in RXRX or QBTS or BABA or whatever. You just need more time. Doesn't invalidate the potential of this asset's future, which is way higher, $21 eventually. So yeah, the market giveth and the market taketh away. This does not invalidate anything. Nothing. Okay, I've been live for 1 hour now. And yeah, that's it, man. Senior Beef and Chloe, thanks for the super chats. Wow. Black, well, we discussed a full reset, 886, and still waiting on it. Yeah, below the 200 moving average, still waiting on 262 back test. What is that level? That's a very real level back from 2016, 2014. I mean, like, they're going to retest that and complete an M shape, and you're just hoping that we can get some good price action there, but you still have more downside. You're still waiting for probably 250 on it. Yeah, Bark, man. Bark for real. Like, I know it had a bad day today, but the fact they survived earnings, hit that 200 moving average again, it tested the support resistance zone at the 160 level, the demand line at 180. I mean, that's very interesting. Still accumulating.
Anonymous tipped $25. I think RDFN might be in the zone now. Can we take a look? Hope you find a hottie. Happy V-Day.
Oh, thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate it. We will look at it now. Okay. Yeah. So this is just flat. It's been flat for 2 months now. You know, still churning upward, but no resolution at all. Good God. RDFN, Redfin. Said it's in the zone. Auto zone. No, well, dang, man. Well, look at this thing. Yeah, very interesting. Right? Anything above 720. There's just a lot of stuff here, right? That 2020 low right there. Yeah, low more than before. Yeah, I like it here because that's like a deep retrace. Some nice divergence on the MACD, not the RSI, but recapturing the 200. Yeah, this probably looks like a good long-term hold. Yeah. Yeah, I like this for sure. Anything above 720, you got the okay from me. Below 720, I'd be very cautious because the downside, I mean, you could be going $5.20, $4. But yeah, it's almost like a bullish dragon pattern going on locally. You can see like that. Right, 1 foot, the second foot, the hump, they've broken out. And I like these higher lows here. So yeah, something to pay attention to. And then February 27th, you got earnings in a couple weeks. But yeah, the trend is good, right? I mean, it's like there's someone out there that is conducting a buying campaign, right? They're accumulating more than before, and it's been going on since January, 2 years now. 2 years of more than before every swing low. Okay, and again, back above the 200-day is nice. Okay, with sort of a discernible pattern here. Okay, does that make sense, Anonymous? Okay. Hey man, I just wanted to be quick. Just wanted to come by and say hi. And yeah, the VIX today. VIX had its lowest daily candle close since December 20. Dude, today for the VIX was the lowest daily candle close of 2025. Hype in the chat. Kill the volatility, man. No chance. Good. And Blade, I can't believe how good it looks. I can't believe how good. Look, remember, we didn't even look at iRobot today. You just gotta look at it every day. Look at this. Yeah, pull back. I don't care, dude. This thing could go down to 770 again. I don't give a crap. Like, as long as they hold 716, I would be long on this. You would dollar cost average the whole way down. If they were gonna pull it back one more time, you just DCA above 716 as low as you can get to it, and you just wait. Okay, because this right here, this is GameStop levels of insanity on a springback test. Okay, we were here. We identified it in 2020 before the whole dog guy or cat guy, whatever. There was a technical development that happened. We have evidence of it. It's just they recaptured 2008 level and then or 2004 level. Okay, then they reconfirmed it as support. After that springback test, it went up like 1,000% plus or whatever. So you're doing, iRobot's doing the same thing just from the 2008 low. That right there is not, and then the most recent piece of data was there was so much demand that the buyers or the sellers were unable to actually test the level again. It's this subtle 98, 99% retrace. Don't ignore those, man. It's very strong, very subtle sign of strength. Okay, so 1 and 2, more than before, above supports. You just wait for 13, 14, but possibly they break this accumulation structure. You're looking for 2360, 36 plus dollars eventually, but this could take 6 months, a year. Okay, it's like Hood. Remember old Hood? Remember Coin? Same type of accumulation schematics. Look at this. Look at freaking Hood, man. Down here, same thing. You wrote iRobot's in the same place that Hood was in. Okay, down in the basement. Composite Man's buying. He's accumulating position. And then look where we are now. In the major markup phase. Composite Man got his fill of his shares, and look at it now. Yeah, $65 today. Highest daily candle close on Robinhood. Second highest daily candle close on Robinhood ever. Highest candle close since August 3rd, 2021. Multi-year highs on Hood. Okay, so that's iRobot down here. That's Paramount type stuff down here. And there it is. Bitcoin 96.8. Yep, cooked. Very much cooked. I mean, dude, you don't know where it's going. It's chopping around. Wyckoff distribution still very much possible. Sadly, like you thought today, maybe they could have done it, but look at this. I mean, for real. Look at this, man. It's still valid. The last point supply is still valid. Like we could just be waiting for the buzzsaw right now. Buyer induction, Sunday night, they crashed this thing 91.6. I mean, tell me how the last point of supply is invalid. It's still one high, both these highs lower than this high. These highs lower than these highs. These highs lower than this high. This high. It's still the same thing over and over and over again, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got to go to where the composite operator is showing undeniably he's accumulating, and it's not in crypto. It's just not there. Okay, maybe reaccumulation, maybe fake outs, maybe number go up, but dude, with the price action we're getting right now after the stock market closed, you can't say anything has changed technically. This schematic is still extremely valid. Last points of supply. Like they're right. I mean, if you want me to, I can do it. Just give me a sec. Okay. Okay. So, in the context of Wyckoff methodology, the last point of supply represents the final rally before a price breakdown, confirming the distribution phase and signaling the beginning of a potential downtrend. Okay. So the LPSY is a key signal within the distribution phase, indicating the final attempt by buyers to push the price higher before the price breaks down. Okay. Characteristics of the last point of supply. It's the highest price point where the remaining public demand is exhausted. It is characterized by a weak rally with decreasing volume and spread, indicating a lack of buying power. It often occurs after a sign of weakness, SOW, where the price breaks below a support level. LPSY confirms the distribution phase and signals the potential for a downtrend. It's a key point for traders to identify potential entry points for short positions. Okay. LPSY. It is in phase D of Wyckoff distribution. We would certainly, if this was real, we would certainly be in phase D. Okay. Phase Z is the markdown phase where you, so the conclusion of phase D would be, okay, we're here again. We start breaking it. We're testing it. And then this is phase E. That is the theory here. This is a valid argument until we get some new price action, and that new price action takes us above previous swing highs. It's like almost like Ethereum. It's this distribution schematic. It is very unfortunate because this price action, you thought, hey man, maybe there's a glimmer of hope, but this is last point of supply behavior, right? The buyers are trying. They're trying, man. Inability to rally, maybe due to weak demand, substantial supply, or both. LPSYs represent exhaustion of demand in the last waves of large operators' distribution before markdown begins in earnest. Okay, that's where you possibly are. I hope not. Dude, I hope not. I'm just here showing you the data as it exists right now. You need some sort of God candle to invalidate everything. That'd be fine. I'd love that. Let's get a God candle. Just be like, oh, well, obviously we weren't in it. Right? But for now, it looks like definitely the definition of LPSY, inability to rally, weak demand, substantial supply, or both. Well, moving averages, right? Bring the chaos. Well, everyone's got their opinion, man, right? Like everyone can, everyone has like their way of interpreting the markets, right? All I'm doing is going by people from the 1920s throughout the past 100 years, okay? Their interpretation of the markets, we're just applying it from the traditional markets to a very untraditional scammy market, crypto. So like, I don't know their frameworks. I don't know their opinions. Like they're looking at Glassnode. They're like, yeah, we're just going to keep going. I mean, like, what did this play like? What if we were actually identifying this correctly, and we get to phase E, and we break down, and we go to 83K. Oh, and then it reverses. Like, I mean, what is wrong with that? Like, there's nothing wrong with that argument. That doesn't make me bearish long term. We're just identifying schematics by the textbook. Okay, we don't have anyone. There's no opinion here. Right? I don't have an opinion. This is just legit how it is. Composite operators painting a distribution structure schematic right now. We're looking at it, and it's valid until we're breaking 103, man. $103,000 has to be broken for us to invalidate this distribution structure. That's it. So yeah, people are going to be saying supply shock on deck, all these things, but it's like, what's the argument here? I mean, what's up, Big Mike, man? We barely made it over the snow mound today. Thank you, dude, for that.
Big Mike 886 tipped $100, missing the stream today. Had to take the lady out for a nice weekend. Paid for by attendees. Thanks again for being here and pray the schematic fails.
Thank you, Big Mike. I pray it fails, dude. I do, because I love Bitcoin. But like, it could play out, and it doesn't mean we're done. It just means we're gonna see lower prices on Bitcoin, 10K from here. Oh no, it sees 86K, second time ever, and then it pivots later and runs. It's just the nature of this market. It went up 60% in 5 weeks, man. The largest market cap asset in the world. So I want it to fail. I just want a God candle tomorrow. You get it? The difference between what I'm interpreting logically versus what my opinion is. My opinion is I hope it fails, man. I want us all to be, I want 200K Bitcoin like everyone else. Okay, you get that? I'm on your side. But I think you watch the stream because like I'm going to logically look at technicals from geniuses. The way they put their life's work and research into it, I'm a conduit between them to you. That's it. Hope it fails. Okay. I mean, Michael Saylor is buying. He continues to buy. Where would Bitcoin be if he didn't buy? We'd be at 85K, 75K if it wasn't for him buying all this. So bless that man. And he will win long term, but short term he might get wrecked. There's someone, obviously, a lot of people selling to him, but they're not tweeting about that. They're not tweeting about, hey, this person just distributed hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin to Michael Saylor. They don't care about that person. They only care about one side, the buyer, not the seller. People forget that. I mean, Oven ATX, I mean, Bitcoin long-term is proven to be a successful strategy, holding long-term, but you're going to have huge price fluctuations. And if you're buying at 97K first time, I mean, and you're going to hold long-term, understand you're going to probably be underwater for a little while.
Ron Paul replacing Share How? Imagine.
Doll hairs, no way.
Is that a joint?
Well, he's too old, right? I mean, a little too old for, but maybe 10 years ago, but maybe Rand Paul could just be a conduit, you know, and just do Ron Paul's bidding. That'd be great. Where did that cover? Is that on X or something? Is that something rumor happening? Would be nuts though. I don't know. He's not much older. He's probably the same age as Janet Yellen, and she's decrepit, and she's out there doing things. Well, thanks to the 500 people here. You know, it's dead market. It's Friday. It's Valentine's Day. Again, I'm just getting in here to provide the value I can to you, because I know some of y'all do like watching the stream. So I'm here giving you the opinion or whatever, looking at some assets across the markets, and just discussing last point supply on Bitcoin. I hope it fails, man. I hope we just pump, but it's just... It's got all the makings of an LPSY. I mean, final phase of Wyckoff distribution. But remember, you could also get, okay, we marked down to 91, 92K Sunday, Monday, and then it's they can't sustain. The sellers cannot sustain prices below 90K long enough, and then the buyers recapture.
Musk is pushing for Ron Paul as Fed Chair RN.
That would be a classic head fake. Doll Harris, thank you, dude.
Is that a joint?
That would be amazing. I mean, you got my vote. Whatever Elon says, I'm down. We voted for that man, by the way. If you don't remember, people keep saying, no one voted for Elon. We literally did. Trump ran on Elon destroying the deep state. So these clowns talking about Elon's unelected, he was certainly elected, 1,000%. It was like the number one thing Trump ran on. Elon. Government efficiency. It's like anyone defending what's going on, they're nuts. They're crazy. They were making money on USAID. They were making money from the deep state, the swamp, like the fraudulent taking of our tax dollars and giving it to everyone and their buddies that was left-leaning and right-leaning. It's not even partisan at this point. It's like both sides, compromise. Mitch McConnell, look at him, dude. Turtle Man, 80, 90 years old in a wheelchair who had a stroke 50 times. Vote no on Tulsi Gabbard, only one. I mean, these people are bought and paid for. They're completely compromised. That's why we need a purge. We have to reestablish the government. Founding fathers talked about it. You gotta purge it, reestablish it, because it's too far gone now. There's no way to fix it. You don't fix it. You dismantle it and rebuild it. Okay, so pray for Bitcoin. That's it. Pray for Bitcoin. Pray for the altcoins. XRP was going to do it. It's up 10%. It's only up 6% now. Looks like the altcoins are holding on to their gains a little bit. But yeah, man, just hang in there. I hope you all have a great weekend. Remember, tomorrow is the Alabama-Auburn #1 versus #2. It's the first Iron Bowl like that ever in basketball. It's the first #1 versus 2 regular season basketball game in SEC history, which is crazy. So mega game tomorrow. You want to watch that? Roll Tide. So I'll be back. Until next time, thanks again, Big Mike and Chloe, Anonymous, Doll Hairs, and also one more. It was Senior Beef. Thank you all for the contributions. And then thanks again to Average Joe's Crypto for that annual resub. So I'll be back. Until next time, have a good weekend. Respect the TA.
Musk is pushing for Ron Paul as Fed chair.